right, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome aboard to the Morning Note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of Gar Capital. It is Monday, July 24th, 2023. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to join me this morning and every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. This weekend, time to get back to work. It's the gauntlet. We have earnings this week, tons of earnings, and we have the Fed this week on Wednesday. So if you haven't already, take a look at our previous video, which was the recap of the week and the preview of the next week, which is this week, on our YouTube channel. It was not a live, it was recorded, so feel free to take a look at that. Turn on notifications if you haven't already, so you don't miss any videos. Good morning, everybody. Glad to have everyone on board. I always want to say good morning, class, like this is a college class, but maybe we could turn it into that. Say good morning, class. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures up 35 points, NASDAQ up 33, S&P up 0.18%, the Russell 1972, pretty much flat-ish green, dollar 101.19. Volatility index is up 4.6% at 1423. 10-year Treasury yields 3.806. Crude oil, I am long crude oil with futures team. We are officially green. I sent out a note yesterday. We're getting a nice breakout on crude. I also sent out a little watch list for our blog members, the free blog, and CVX was on there. So let's go and take a look at crude rather quickly. You can see we're above the 200-day. We are long on it. So let's see if we can get above to 79.07. I haven't moved the stop as of yet, but I will relatively soon once basically we're done here. Once we get to 79, that's where I'm going to start moving the stop. And I think we'll get there soon. So crude oil starting to push higher. Really the line I'm looking for is right around 85. I don't think we get there immediately. Right around 82, not a bad place to take some profits. That's what we're looking for. Just got an alert here. What did I get? Oh, that's the crude oil alert. That's old. Here you go. Let's take a look here. You can see crude oil. We filled at 77.56 this morning. I placed an alert at 77.40. I was asleep when that happened, so I had Nick text me this morning and the team, hey, did you fill the alert? I did at 77.56. We are now up about 40 points now. We were up 44 at one point. We were at above 78, so looking pretty good to start our week for the futures team. Let's keep going around the horn. Gasoline futures up 1.6%, $2.80. Gold futures 1967, that's green. 24.68 for silver. 381 for copper, that's down 0.17. Silver lagging behind gold. Euro dollar, again, we're going to talk about Forex this week a little more. We do have the BOJ and I believe the ECB as well. So a lot of central banks are going to be affecting Forex, foreign currency. So we're going to watch it very, very carefully this week and see if we can get some opportunities to make some profit. Dollar yen down about 79 pips, 141.01. 110.90 for the euro dollar. Down 35 pips. Pound dollar down 22 pips, 128.35. Bitcoin starts the week red, 29,190, down 2.33%. Ethereum 1853 at down 2.27% this morning. Good morning. Do I still hold Ethereum? Yes, I do. Good morning from Japan. Hey, I love Japan. I always want to visit. What earnings are you looking forward to this week? Definitely would be Microsoft. That'd be the big one for me. BTC thoughts, you're holding it. I'm still waiting for 35,000 to break. That's really the big line in the sand that we want to break, 35,000, but I still own it. I have it in my, cold wallet in my safe, so it's better off to have it there than it on Coinbase, obviously. How far out do you buy your options contract? Usually the same week if we're trying to trade, or the next week, depending on the day. What we always look for is volume. What exactly is in demand? What can we buy that we can sell rather quickly? Because if we didn't want to sell, we would just buy the stock. But when it comes to options, again, we just want to trade. So usually same week, next week, just due to demand and due to volume. Dixie, yes, the dollar index. Remember we talked about that the week before about a dead cat bounce. Remember we were oversold. Now we're starting to bounce a little bit. We're still below the 20-day moving average. Once we get above 101.61, then we could talk about seeing if we get a little bit more of a bounce on the dollar. We do have the Federal Reserve this week on Wednesday. Let's see. The cold wallet I have, I forget the name of the cold wallet. Cold wallet. It is, let me see. It's the cold wallet ledger, and I forget the stupid name. Let me see if I can get the name for you guys. Trezor. That's the name. Trezor. That's what I have. Can't believe it. It's Monday. So Disney. Let's go ahead and take a look at Disney together. Straight out the gate, answering some questions. I love it. So let's go to the daily. Disney right at support or so, waiting for 84.07 to break. See where we are on the weekly. Really below mostly a lot, but we do have a gap to fill in the daily at 100. So let's see if we get to 84.07. If we do, we can see if we can get maybe a dip buy or so. 79.07 wouldn't be a bad idea either, but 84 I'm looking for on Disney. I know everyone hates it now, but it's the same thing that we had with Netflix and Metaverse, which are actually in the same sector. So I'm going to keep an eye on Disney. I still have my alert. Certainly a little bounce a little bit, but nothing here to get too excited of to trade. Do you wait for the Fed to talk, or if there's an opportunity, you take it? No, just like earnings. If there's an opportunity, we take it ahead of the Fed, and then we'll either close or we'll let it ride. Just depends. Just depends on the market movement. It's not as easy as that. We're not going to trade ahead of the Fed. I mean, we just have to wait for the reaction and see how the day goes. But we're getting a little bit of a push this morning. Nothing crazy, you know. Dow's up about 35 points. Not exactly, gangbusters here. But crude oil, I just got into that, and we're starting to push a little higher. Breakout on the hourly, which is a really good sign. So I do like crude for more upside. Nvidia, Netflix, or Tesla? I don't understand the context of that question, so I'm just going to go ahead and chart every single one, make life easier. Let's go to Nvidia. Here we do have a gap to fill here at 438.64. So let's see if we do fill it. We are bouncing here at 446.87. I would wait for Nvidia until that gap fills, and then you can always play the bounce worst case if you're looking for more upside. Love you too, Gustavo. No homo, no problem. We're just loving here, loving trading, and love answering your questions. Let's go to Netflix. Netflix, anything special here? We're below the 20. Remember we shorted it with Masterclass. I got out of it. Nick is still in it, but we're below the 20. So his target is 409.57. I actually agree with that. So again, keep an eye on Netflix for a possible continuation to the downside at 409.57 after their earnings, which actually wasn't even bad earnings. Tesla downgraded by UBS. They're down about $4 this morning. Again, I have my target here of around 247.72. If we do get a little more downside action, we do have a gap to fill here at 235.13. That's the 50-day. So I'm expecting a retest of the 50-day on Netflix and Tesla. We can possibly short until we get there. So we're going to keep an eye on that very, very closely, those two. SPY 450 puts this week. Any gaps to fill? On SPY, yes, we do. We have a gap at 443.76. That's your 20-day moving average. We still need to get below 451.84 or so to do anything. It's a pretty tall task there to get there, and you're not really getting a lot of downside action on SPY. Just chop after the break that we had last week, the breakout, or the week before, excuse me. Let's see. BTC thoughts, again, above 35,000 is what I'm looking for. I do like Bitcoin long term, of course. Just own it and hold it. Don't even think about it. Apple did have a price target. I mean, not price target. They had some news regarding their iPhone sales. Let's go and take a look at that here on the live market blog. Mizu, I'm going to mispronounce that. Today raises price target on Nvidia to 530 from 400 while maintaining its buy rating. Where is the Apple one? Here we go. Apple is asking suppliers to produce 85 million units of the iPhone 15 this year, roughly in line with the year before, Bloomberg News said on Monday, citing people familiar with the matter. The company is aiming to hold shipments steady despite a projected decline in the overall smartphone market. The report said, adding Apple is considering raising price for Pro models. Apple did not immediately respond to the Reuters request for comment. Deutsche Bank maintained Apple at a buy with a price target of 210. The prior target was 180. Prior to this rating, Apple had 31 buy ratings, 9 hold ratings, and 1 sell rating. Apple asked suppliers to send 85 million phones. Moffett Nathanson upgraded Shopify from market perform to outperform with a price target of 76. Prior to this rating, Shopify had 16 buy ratings, 30 hold ratings, and 2 sell ratings. And I posted this on Investment Club regarding Shopify. Let's take a look at that. Shopify, you can buy shares here at the 17 level. Palantir and swing it to 23, similar to Shop. This is the Palantir. Shopify, here we go. There's a buy signal. Again, I'm going to trade options on it. If anyone wants to buy the stock and swing, here it is. The entry was 65.21. The stop loss at 44.97. 84.31 is the gap fill, which is about 29% upside right here on Shopify. So I am bullish Shopify for more upside on the stock. Again, it's really just trading it more than anything else. If you want to own it, that's fine. But again, I just want to trade the name. AMC posted on IG still valid. Yeah. Again, we haven't broken anything on AMC, so AMC needs a lot more before we get any excitement on it. And you can see they were pulling back down to $5.90. We want to get above. Here we go. We want to get above $8. No, was it $10? $8.86. That's what we need to get above. Once we get there, we can target the $10 level and target about $17.53. But it still needs a little more. So it's going to take some time. We'll see what we get. Nat gas. Let's see, nat gas. Some futures questions this morning. Nat gas pretty choppy, at least on the hourly. On the daily, nothing special. Let's see if we can get above $3.02. If we do, maybe we can target 363. You can see right there, that's your 200-day MA. You can always target that. Pretty much lines up with this support level that we had from December. So I'm going to go ahead and extend to the right, and you can see it there. So if we get above $3.02, I could target here $3.63. That get us back to support here. And then you play for the bounce if we get that. If we do. It's a tall task as well, just like AMC, since it's all been choppy. Let's go to RTY this morning. This is the Russell 2000 Futures Index. I was watching this last night. Kind of a triple top, right? Or kind of. Let's see if we can draw a couple lines here. Not exactly perfect. But you can see that's really the level we want to break. So let's do 2016. That'll get us the break that we want, the confirmation that we want, and then we can target 2050 and beyond. But again, we need to get above 2000 or 2016 to confirm. So just have to wait. But again, 1, 2, 3. I don't believe in triple tops. I believe that we usually break out or break down below triple tops and triple bottoms. But we will see what we get on RTY. Levels on Qualcomm. Qualcomm, anything special here? Well, we're starting to test, again, very similar to RTY. You can see here, a couple lines. Lines on the screen is always fun. Extend to the right. Yeah, I mean, if we get above here, there's no gaps, unfortunately. 128.23, we could target maybe the 135s to 130 calls, maybe 132 or so, maybe around this range here. Right around to 133. We need to get above 128.23 for us to play that. There's just no gaps, unfortunately. On the daily, make things a little easier if we did that. How many trainers do we have? You mean teachers. Teachers. We have 3 teachers. I used to teach back in the day, obviously. I was the first Gar Capital teacher. And the 3 teachers now are students of mine. So I've taught them. So it's kind of like an extension of me. We only have 3 right now. As we expand, yes, we will have more teachers. That's not going to change. Just like anything else, once you expand a company, you always have to hire people. So if anyone is interested in joining the team, we will talk about that when we get there. I know I've gotten a lot of emails and DMs asking if they want to be part of the team. Again, I always look at the information and weigh it. But as a CEO and as the leader of a company, you always have to be weighing everything. It's not just the market, it's not just stocks, but obviously the staff and making sure that everyone, the most important thing is the clients. Are they getting the value of our company? And that's the most important thing. So obviously I do expect expansion throughout the years. I've been doing this since 2014 and look at the difference that we've had really in about 9 years. It's been 9 years in October. So I expect us to grow even more. And of course, to hire more teachers, I'd have to train them. and see from there. But we only have 3 at the moment. Actually, what else do we got? Do you buy at the money or out of the money contracts? That's out of the money. I am interested. Joey's interested in joining, or Joey's interested in being a student? Top 5 cryptos. I can give you the 2 I like, the 2 main ones. The rest are just altcoins. A lot of people get issues with altcoins because they go all in. So let's just start with Ethereum and Bitcoin. Just stick with those 2. If you want to buy other things, yes, I remember when I sold Shiba back in 2021. I was in Dallas. Everyone laughed at me when I sold Shiba for profit, but it paid for a trip to Colorado, which was very worth it. So yes, I've traded Shiba. I've traded a ton of, not traded, but I bought and sold a lot of crypto back in the day. But I stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I have other ones like the Graph and stuff like that. But the main 2, the Pepsi and Coca-Cola of crypto, I kind of just stick with that. Interested in being a teacher? Well, we ain't there yet, Joey, but again, we'll keep you in mind once we do, and we'll see from there, as always. Anything else this morning? A lot of members this morning. Wow, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the questions. What an amazing morning to start your week by answering some questions and helping you guys out. Always fun. Okay, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning. I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next morning note. And let's go ahead and see Etsy. Last one. Gustavo has one more for the road. Do you have a total of the 4 moving averages you utilize? I use the 20, the 50, the 100 day, and the 200 day. Etsy. Anything special on Etsy? No. Not on the daily anyways. I guess if you get above 109.51, which is the 200 day, maybe, but nothing special here, no, unfortunately. You're welcome, Chicken George. I like that name, Chicken George. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your morning, and I will see you guys on the blog, in the Discord. Make sure to join us, www.gar.capital, to get access to our blog. We will see you there. Have a great rest of your week. Let's make it a great one, and I'll see you there. Cheers.